new radio, kind of some of the functions and things of that nature. So let's show the radio. So one of the first things I say is it is pretty it is pretty responsive. Sorry, we're in traffic. But you know, you got several different options. You got the radio, which works well. I don't have an antenna, so I don't use it all the time. You have the Bluetooth, which I don't have connected right now because my phone is what's recording. Let's see, what else? Let's go across. Okay, navigation. Some people were asking about navigation. Somebody had said, hold on, let me turn this down. Somebody had said about, I guess they had something similar and their GPS wasn't working very well. Well, I can tell you, for me, unequivocally, that my GPS works well. Now, the way that I routed my GPS is actually an attachment that's on the back of the radio. And but the way that I routed it was through the back down there and into behind the gauges. So, but anyway, like I said, you can see my navigation works just fine. Some of the other little things I like, car settings, you know, that kind of goes into, if you have an external like an amp or anything like that, you can adjust it through here. And then your actual, like your normal system, wait a minute, oh, I'm hitting the wrong button. Normal system, your sound effects you can adjust right there. Okay. Then another thing you can do is, why do I keep hitting the wrong button? Sorry, y'all. Another thing you can do is change the theme of the background. So it looks like it has an option to download a picture, but I think my favorite theme is either this one here with the car. You can also have it where it's got numbers at the top for like kilometers or miles per hour. And then the other one that I like is this one with the road. I think that's very cool. But you know, everybody knows this is basically just a tablet. This is an Android tablet that they have made into a functioning stereo system. But you know, you have a lot of different options with it. And I'll show you what I mean by the number. Oh, right there, the real-time speed. Sometimes it takes a second to catch up. But one thing I am going to say that I am going to do, and I want y'all to stay tuned for, is I'm going to put it back on this one. Oh, no, not that one, this one. I'm going to install so if you, as you can see, where is it at? There. You actually have, oh, excuse me, I hit the thing. You actually have, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm still getting used to it too. The Play Store in here. You have the Play Store, you have YouTube, you have the radio, you have all of that good stuff. And yeah, oh yeah, you can bring this down. It does connect to Wi-Fi. I checked it. It works well. You have your screen off function, so you can just listen to the radio, but don't have to have the screen on. Obviously, the amp, video out. It's a lot of things you can actually do with this system. But I will say this: for $300, this is a good system. It does work well. I mean, I would honestly expect some quirks for that price, just to be honest. Sometimes I will say this, like right now, I know I need to wipe down here off just because my fingers like dealing with something that's oily, and you know, whenever you hit something down here concerning the air, it'll take you to that AC screen. And so if I see the AC screen pop up, it's usually because there's like a fingerprint or something like that. But that's only if I've been like really touching something that's maybe greasy, something like that. Fitment is, like I said, like maybe like an 8 out of 10. I mean, it fits in there, and it fits pretty well. I mean, you have like a little bit, like maybe like a fingernail gap on, you know, on the sides, but I think you can actually maybe adjust it some. I actually snapped, oh, word of caution, you can break on me now. Word of caution, I snapped the one of the clips that's on the back of the radio, trying to put it, okay, so this radio just like basically all of them, does not come with clips on the back. When you remove, so what you do is, when you come in here, I would recommend you put your hand inside of here and you pull straight up. And so what that does is that releases the clips that's in here. So you'll take this out, there's a plug under here, then you'll unscrew your ball, whatever ball you have on top of there, and you'll remove this whole piece, get it out the way, right? Then there's 2 screws down here. I believe they're both 7mm. You remove those, and then you'll pop the bottom out. There's nothing but clips holding it on at this point. I'm talking about the front fascia. So you remove the front fascia, and that's it. Just be careful when you're prying it to get it off. Behind that, you have your display at the top, which has 4 7mm screws on each side, and then you have the actual unit down at the bottom, which also has 4 7mm screws. Once you get those out, the top one has 1 plug in it, the bottom one has 2 plugs in it, and the antenna. And so you just pop those out, and boom, you got it. I'm gonna wipe this thing off here in a second. And so, but outside of that, it's very simple. So you'll have your wiring kit from this. It's completely plug and play. You literally just take it, match it to the plug that it goes in. The only thing is with the AC, you will not, note this, don't make the same mistake I did thinking something was wrong. You will not use the original AC plug, the plug that you had that went into the bottom unit that controlled everything down there. You will not use that plug. What you're going to use is, there's a small plug that plugs into the top part of the back of this radio, and it only can fit in one place. And that will be what actually controls all of this stuff down here, the turn knob and everything. And then you have another plug that goes into the bottom part of it. Again, all of these plugs only work one way. So there is no possibility of you accidentally flipping with plugs back and forth, none of that. Everything is very straightforward, very easy, very simple. Again, I have not used like the CarPlay or anything like that, only because I don't have an Apple phone. I don't have an Apple product, so I can't really tell you how well it does or does not work, because I don't have that option. I didn't get the dongle, so whatever. I do have the USBs, the attachable USBs. I have not tried those out. I did attach one of them to the back of the radio. I have it mounted down here on the side. But overall, I'll say this. Overall, I would give this radio probably a solid, maybe like 8 out of 10. 7.5 to 8 out of 10, which is good. It's going to be hard for me to give any radio like a 10 out of 10 because it's going to have to be like perfect. But I think for $300 and, less than 30 minutes of installation, I think this is actually a really good unit. And I think if you're just looking for something to kind of wake up the inside, and remember, it's not a real pool unless it's a full pool.